Welcome back to another Vibrations here on the one and only Mystelics Reacts channel, where I tend to react to a number of videos taking place where in Dominica, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world by extension. Guys, welcome back to another Vibrations. Of course, round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who've tuned into yet another vibes here on this year Vibrations. Of course, reactions dealing with that vibe. Anyways, guys, I actually saw something rather interesting when I was on Facebook a while back, guys, and it was interesting when I saw this thing right there. Sensitive content. This photo may what? Show violent or graphic content, brothers and sisters, and Facebook has decided to block this. The individual who posted this stated truth right there, brothers and sisters. They stated very truth, the very thing called truth. If it is true, it is absolute and therefore must be correct in this regard right there and then. But Facebook decided that is not true, or they feel like whether it is true or not, they're still gonna block it because they say it might be a show violent or graphic content. Now, as time went by, I actually went through this thing and I clicked on see the photo. I went on see the photo right there, guys, and lo and behold, what shows up? This is what shows up, brothers and sisters. You can clearly see I had to record this myself. This is what showed up when I clicked the photo. Stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone, man. YouTube marked this as this photo may show violent or graphic content. And then behind this photo, you see stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. Why does Facebook decide to do something like this? Sensitive content on the basis that it is saying stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. They deem this as potentially being violent or of graphic content. The reason why I think they did this is simply on the basis that they believe that this is encouraging individuals to stand against a system that they do not want individuals to stand up against. They want them to just bow. We say this, you have to obey, and that's it. You do not stand up even if what they are saying is out of the loop. Hopefully, YouTube might come for me on this one. You do not stand up against the system even if what they are saying doesn't make sense. And so this shows a regard as something that they blocked. This thing right there that you're seeing, they blocked this from Facebook. Stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. This is the level that we have arrived at, guys. This is the level that we have arrived at. I also noticed this in one of the videos that I shared. Well, it wasn't a video, it was a website. Project Veritas actually posted that thing, and YouTube literally blocked individuals from seeing that. From seeing the research that individuals went out to do amongst individuals who are part of companies that are against the very same system, or they are hiding certain things from the public. They went out there to do the research to make known what is not known to the public. And instead, Facebook applauds this thing. What they're doing, they decide to ban it or block it from other people to see. So the only way I had to do it, I had to take a screenshot of the thing, and then I had to post the link in the description of that same photo for it to go through. Why? That is the state that we are coming in. It's rather interesting. Anyways, guys, I just have to put that out there because this was rather but guys, that is great advice right there. That is definitely true. Stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. Anyways, we'll continue right there, guys. Of course, we know about the Prime Minister is in Pakistan. I'm going to be doing another video of that in relation to him speaking about a school. Well, it's alleged that a school, they signed some kind of agreement for a school to come in. I'll be talking about that in a moment. But I want to focus on something rather interesting right there. As you zoom in, brothers and sisters, you see nobody wearing mask. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In Dominica, every time these folks come to give some review or something like that, they always wear masks. True or false? True or false? They always wear masks, brothers and sisters. But when it comes down to these kind of situations right there, you don't see much people wearing masks. What's the point of wearing masks in the first place? And you come back Dominica and you do... Hey, no mask wearing. Nobody wearing masks, so why should I wear masks in this thing? What is taking place in society? Across the entire world, man. They tell you wear your mask in and out. But apparently these guys don't portray that at all. But when they're in Dominica, they're portraying something totally different. Remember when they come on the podium and they're speaking? No, guys, this is not necessarily anything in relating to brother Prime Minister, the individual here. But on the basis that they're trying to push something, and then when they're in Dominica, they're doing the complete opposite of what they're doing when they're outside of Dominica. When they come on microphone and speak, I'm sure other people use these microphones. But he's not wearing any mask, brothers and sisters. As you can see there, when they are there, some of them wearing masks. This individual is not wearing mask. This guy is wearing mask. The Prime Minister is wearing his. He's not wearing his. This guy is wearing it, and the other is not wearing it. They're talking about the basis of mask wearing, brothers and sisters. If you're trying to push something, and then you're coming back in Dominica and mingling society, and you don't know what you have, yet still you're telling the unvaxxed individuals that they need to get tested when you yourself could be potentially spreading this thing. And another whole issue on that thing, guys, when they're telling people to get tested every 2 weeks or 1 week, what is the basis of getting tested every 2 weeks? So apparently, so if you get tested, you get tested negative, the day after you catch the Rona, you spread it all throughout the next 2 weeks before you get tested, and they tell you you have it along that time. Remember guys, whether you vax or unvax, you can spread it. So even if you have the injection or you don't have the injection, if you get the Rona now, they're saying get tested every 2 weeks. That whole thing doesn't make sense. Personally, I don't believe you. Nobody should get tested. If you fall sick or whatever, you should go to the hospital. That is what I believe. You fall sick, go to the hospital, get your checkup. You can't be healthy all and thing. Anyways, let's continue. Another incident where nobody's wearing masks. These individuals is not wearing masks. They're not wearing masks, brothers and sisters. But when they're in Dominica, they wearing masks. We that badly off now? We that okay. Look there again. The individuals, they are not wearing masks. Well, one individual is wearing his mask. The others take out the mask. I don't know if it's a show they put in on or something like that. This is what I'm going to be talking about in the vlog. By the way, guys, I dropped the vlog earlier today. You can definitely check that out. On the whole incident, my thoughts on why was the Prime Minister there in the first place. It's a kind of interesting time that we're living in right there. But anyways, guys, back to masking vibes, man. I mean, nothing wrong with chilling. No, guys, don't get me wrong, you know. When it comes down to me, I don't think this is any problem at all. Not one problem at all. But when you come in and put this kind of things there, taking photos and whatnot, when you come back Dominica, everybody have to wear mask and pretend, you know, what kind of craziness there. While you outside there with no mask. I think that is hypocrisy right there. Hypocrisy. And talking, and that is not 6, I don't know if you only know what 6 feet distance. That is not 6 feet distance. That is 1 feet right there. Okay, I wouldn't even talk about the air that passing back and forth. But we leave that there. Whether both of them injected or not, they can still pass it. Or they come out, they can still anyways. Continue right there. We see that they're receiving some kind of thing. Okay, alright then. But on the basis of what they're doing over there, guys, in Pakistan and in Islamabad and this kind of thing there, it's very interesting when it comes down to Dominica, guys. Something that took place yesterday that it didn't catch my eye until today. And this is it right there, brothers and sisters. This is Portsmouth. This is Portsmouth. I remember when they remade the road. I said remade. When they remade the road, brothers and sisters, dug up this thing, it was much better. Well, this is much better than how it was before. But the problem here is apparently the drainage system is not working. Because apparently the drainage system is at the top and not on the road itself. Because the water is gathering there. Who made this thing? Who was the engineer behind this? I have no clue. But whoever engineered this, all you need blows. That is what all you need. All you need some serious blows. They're talking about the drainage system. Yesterday they put in the culvert thing, the drain at the top of this thing. And when the rain falling, I mean, we just really do things in this place, brothers and sisters. We just do great things, man. Because I'm trying to figure out what on earth. I used to ask myself, why is this stuck on top there, you know? But I never really bother. I see those people know what they was doing. But look at that. We have an entire river, man-made river, I'll have to say, because they make this sidewalk and this kind of things there. Look at this problem right there, brothers and sisters. Look at this problem right there. Now, on the basis, I don't know if this thing is full up and anything. That means they're blocking the drain, which means it's still defeating the purpose of the very same system right there. We're defeating the very same system right there. Look at this. This is another side. This is another part. More of the things on top there. I don't know if it's a design that must have be there. A design that have to be. But to me, design is supposed to make some kind of hole somewhere there for the water to go through. I only don't think so. So the water can come out from the road. Make it like this. Or you make it on the wrong side of the road. Now the water going into the park. And I remember they spent so much money to fill up the park so that the park, because the park, some areas of the park was kind of soggy and swampish. They spent so much money to put things. Now you make a road, Magwesa, that coming into the park again, or you have it the complete opposite. The complete opposite that there. And the Prime Minister receiving things, talking about they trying to make Pakistan be better in the world. I don't get it. Anyways, guys, this is the message right there. Only I'm a bit perplexed. I have a question. Full disclosure. I am not an engineer, Magwesa. I just play one on TV. My layman's institution is pricking me, or pricking my brain. So I'm watching this report by Emo. Kudos to Emo for showing us that vibrations right there. Of the flooding on Rodney Street in Posse. That's Postman for those of you who don't know. And she rightly noted that road work was done in the town to improve roads and mitigate the flooding problem that was had then, that was had before that, was had after the then part, and it's still happening now, brothers and sisters. Still having problems now. So I am looking the flooding problem that we had there, anyways, and we all know that. We all know it had problems in Post when it comes down to this area specific. I actually recorded sometime when it comes down to this situation, flooding everywhere, all over the streets, and nothing was done as a result. Yet still, Ian Douglas. Anyways, the road is obviously flooded. You think? Anyways, there are grates on the sidewalks, which is presumed are an indicator of the existence of a drainage canal alongside the street. You guys know I'm animated sometimes. But the curb has a solid concrete lip, but that lip closed. Lazarus can't speak. Anyways, probably about 4 inches high. That is that thing they're talking about right there. This thing they're talking about. 4 inches high, completely blocked off, but they drain on top. Interesting. 4 inches high, running all the way as far as the eye can see. So my question here is, if the drain is running parallel to the road, and it is supposed to drain the road when it rains, where are the grates that would serve as the entry points into the canal? And how does the water on the road get into the drainage canal that supposedly is to drain away all the water? So let me help you guys. So the engineers who thought of this whole idea thought to themselves, you know what, guys, we're going to create a system that has never been created before. We're going to create a drainage system on top of the road, not at the bottom where the water can no. And then we're going to create such a wonderful thing that when the wind blows, it'll probably push the water back on the road and then send it back up into the sky. Guys, that is the only way it can work. Because to clear this road, evaporation have to take place. Because it don't flow in. Evaporation have to take place. So the wind have to come out from this thing to push the water back on the road. And then when the sun come out, it will evaporate, thus causing some kind of cleansing kind of vibes on the road, brothers and sisters. That's the only way I can explain that for you. That's the only way, brothers and sisters. That's the only way. I'm sorry, but Magwesa, that is what that happened in there. It's rather interesting that I also saw this thing on Instagram. Right, they have to put it out. Pussy people when it comes on to Ian. But my famous partner, every time I see him, I say celebrity. Yes, that is a vibe. We voting for Mr. We might as well vote for Mr. because nothing happened in Portsmouth. Nothing happened in Portsmouth. At least we'll have a celebrity representing Posse, man. Come on, man. Come on. So while the Prime Minister is over there, you know, not wearing masks, receiving gifts and so forth, sitting in his niceness, no problem, good for you. The people in the country facing problems, man. It have a lady that decide, you know what, boy, things are hard. You know, things are very hard, man. You know, that way, that boy, you better roll over me. I fed up, man. She done put down phone. When you put down phone on road, you know it's serious. You know it's serious, brother. The phone go down. The phone go down and she relaxing. She said, well, if I want to roll off me, I don't care no more. I think there was a saying, fear no more. Well, she fears no more, brothers and sisters. The lady lied on the road. And she fed up, man. She fed up. And you think it's her alone, brothers and sisters. That's not the craziest thing, you know. Somebody sent me this morning. Now, this guy actually had no clothes on him. So I have to blur him out in a technical fashion, man. The brother decided, you know what, I'm fed up with this, man. I walking up the road, I do what I walking up the road for? What I going and do? What I go and do, Mr. Permission? I don't know what I can do when I pretending as if I walking up road like I going somewhere. What I go and do, boy? My partner decided lie down there naked. My boy decided, yes, Lord. Look me, father. He's not dead, okay, brothers and sisters. The body decided lie down, he take out his clothes, he take out his slippers. Let me see if I can go back a little. Slippers come out. Yes, sir. Uncle checking, you know what, up where that boss. It's rather interesting, brothers and sisters. Rather interesting. Fella, people fed up, man. Some of them will be fed up silently. They're not saying nothing. They're getting whipping in their backside, man. Whipping, man. But they won't say nothing. Just like this guy right there. Hopefully I take out all these swear words that Mr. was saying there. Dominicans will feel it, eh? When all you frustrated, all those young businessmen that invest in their lives, and each day we have to deal with court money. Things can never work because of the economy, brothers and sisters. The economy is what doing these things to people, you know. Because I don't think businesses realize that if the people don't have much money, then their business cannot be prosperous because the people will stop spending. You need spending power to spend, true or false? So instead of going to the market and buy juice, people will have to plan their own plans to make the grapefruit juice and the guava juice and the grapefruit tree and the guava tree and the lime trees and stuff for them to make their own juice instead of buying juice in the store, which means that you will then lose out on somebody buying juice in the store, true or false? So all you will definitely feel it. I don't think business people thinking this thing thoroughly, not understanding how micro and macroeconomic works. But anyways, let's continue. Again, PM, take note. This is not an attack, but I'm fed up of this effing staying silent, man. I'm fed up of effing staying silent. That's what I say. Effing could be fruits. Who knows what the F mean, but we will leave that there. Make clear policies to guide people, my brother. You go in Japan, Taiwan, all kind of places, Pakistan to make things for people, and then what the people get, nobody know. Make clear policies to guide people. Policies should not be outside the law and stop letting people think it's okay to be effing lazy. No effing handouts, man. Who you talking to, sir? You mean to tell me people have to start working? No. What? Why you bad? Why you bad? People have to start working now instead of going by the Prime Minister to get things. But if that stop, you have to, let me help you understand something, buddy. If that stop, the people can support the Prime Minister again, you know. So handouts have to continue. And the Prime Minister knows this. With all the nonsense people like to say about, oh, it's Lennox, and people saying, oh, it's APP, and saying, look, who leave APP, and all kind of foolishness people talking about that have absolutely nothing to do with the people. The people are hungry, and when they get something free, and they know they can get something free, that is who they're going to go behind. They're not thinking of the long state of their economic state, you know. They're thinking of the short term, I'm hungry, I want to get feed. No, give me some food for me to eat. Instead of saying, hey, build the economy, stop your dirty ways, so you can put things in place so that we can start making monies for ourselves so we can eat. It seems like a longer thing rather than a shorter thing when it comes down to this thing. But the long run is much better. It's kind of like investing. You invest your money now and checking, boy, at the end of the day, I want to get back my money. But if at the end of the day, you go and get back your money, you might end up getting less. But if you leave your money the long run, you might put $100 in and you might get back $1,000 in the long run 2-3 months later. You might get back $60,000. I know one of my friends put in about $20,000 and got $60,000 back. He lost $30,000 because he kept it in, but he kept it in and he was going and whatnot and he started getting more monies and whatnot. So it's always an up and down, a risk factor right there. But on the basis of this very same situation, people are stressed. And nobody wants to say they are stressed. They want to pretend as if they go, but continue pretending and see how well that works out for you in the long run. He continues, I have done too much for this effing island where no one respects you at all. 24 years in business, 3 years HHV. I guess that's with Church. 5 years higher, I don't know what that is. And no one respects you at all. All you. I get a little carried away. But I feel that is what he want to say. You know what I mean? He want to say these things, but he just feel like he talking too much, man. Well, you see how I closed down Cove? Well, I remember Cove. Actually met some of the known individuals' daughters there. Some of which we keep in close contact. Anyways, I shouldn't be saying that. But yeah, he closed down the Cove. Actually met some wonderful people there. No doubt about it. And then I guess when I went back over there, it was closed. And that's crazy. Anyways, a place that was ahead of its time. Definitely ahead of its time. No doubt about it. What I get a kick in my boom boom, man. One whoop. Boom boom kick. Platinum and ODW. I don't know what is that. Will close. I am just waiting to all for this level of HIT shit. Brothers and sisters, he's fed up of all of these things. He or she, whoever created this thing, they know themselves in this regard. I think it's a business owner when it comes on to this regard right there. Are you fed up? But you realize cause and effect? That is the funny thing about the whole situation that people don't seem to get. There is cause to an effect. So you think because the people them don't have much money to spend, you think that they're just going to continue slaving to this system, that of which they cannot then spend money because they have no spending power? All you just think, all you just use all your brain. Oh my goodness gracious. And you're explaining this to people and telling people, hey guys, you need to be mindful of these kind of things. Yes, you might one day that person might be for you, and then next day the person end up going all kind of places. You think the person on your side, while they quiff in the country, money's making outside all kind of monies, all kind of billions of dollars making created. How much coming back into the community? Yet still we see Prime Minister getting all kind of things. We don't know what kind of association they have. Next thing they come in and say they sign contract to build school. Oh, I have to talk about that one, eh? Yes, brothers and sisters, I go talk about that soon, man. Tune in for the vlog tomorrow, brothers and sisters. Remember to check out the previous one I just dropped. I'll post that link in the description below so you guys can definitely check that out right there. It's interesting how people feeling the pressure from the bottom, from the very bottom of individuals. Well, I don't think she's bottom, she clove. But this individual right there, from the very bottom of individuals, man. Very bottom of individuals. And this is what we're getting. Well, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. It is what it is, man. Until you change it. I remember something I was listening to last night. Sometimes in the night time I was listening to some important podcasts. And I was listening to some number of things when it comes down to you know, making life better for yourself and for your people and for your friends and this kind of things there. And they were talking about revenue streams, man, and learning how to do revenue streams. A number of persons think revenue streams is only cash. I'm working a 9 to 5 and I make a revenue stream and whatnot. Nobody in this entire world has ever become something of substance working a 9 to 5 for somebody. Nobody. You work in the system, you get up in the ladder, your times change and all this kind of things there, sure. You're working for somebody, yes, but your times change, not a 9 to 5. But the whole basis of 9 to 5 is that people think they can just save for their entire life. Save for the entire life, for them to be 50, 60 years. Finally become a millionaire by saving up for the entire life. But when you reach that stage now, you realize that wait a while, I ain't got the amount of energy that I had put in all my time. And it's something very profound that this individual was saying. He stated that people don't seem to understand the value of their minute. People don't seem to understand the value of their minute. The system has us in such a mannerism, and it comes back to the very same thing, guys. Stand up for what you believe, even if it means standing alone. The system has us thinking in certain ways and believe that this is the life that we should be living. Working 9 to 5 like cockroach. Not like cockroach. Cockroaches work like that, no? They just hide and no. Like ants. Constantly working. I remember this particular individual who worked his entire life to finally build his house. And when he built his house, he died. He don't spend one day inside the house that he built. Not one day the man finished building his house. Look at me, boss. Hey. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. This is just my thoughts in this whole regard. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. And I will definitely see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to check out the vlog channel for the latest vlog video.